Good morning, YouTube. Another bright and shiny day. As always, I have drama. Not your type of drama, but truck driving drama. I keep on getting a transmission fault light, pull over, and I've turned the truck off, then turn it back on, and it's gone. But I got to go past the yard. So it's time to let them know, hey, this puppy about to give up the ghost. We need to get it fixed. So we are going to head to the yard this morning. Tell you, I promise you, if it ain't one thing, it's another. But it's all right. I just deal with it like I always. But that brings it brings up the subject of today, because I know how I used to be. When stuff like this would happen, my heart would race and oh my God, what am I gonna do? Good morning, Bayou. Oh, I used to have such. I didn't realize it's anxiety. Um, I would just go off the deep end. Oh my God, I have the alarm that says transmission fault, pull over. What am I gonna do? Hey, this ain't my truck. What, why do I need to worry about it? It ain't my stuff. But sometimes I'm not sometimes in my situation. I'll say it that way. In my situation, you got to. Oh, wait a minute. Dang it. I was about to take my blood pressure medicine like it was my like it was an antacid, brother. I'm getting old. Luckily, I caught that ODing on blood pressure medicine. But you know, I'm gonna continue to talk about what I said yesterday. Sometimes, um, sometimes God has to remove everything negative that's affecting you, and even sometimes when you realize, that even the negative will eventually become a positive if you trust in God. And you know, many years ago when the accident happened, let's say it this way. I got a lot of problems, but this, I was at the peak of all my problems. Um, I didn't know how to dress. Let's say I didn't know how to dress. I was so broke that all my clothes had all my clothes had the name of the company I worked for. Boy, that was pathetic. I just remember that. All my clothes. Good morning, Mike. Morning, Charles. All my clothes had the company name that I worked for. I had nothing personal. I had nothing that was mine. Mine. I was married in a really bad marriage. My wife was continuously punishing me for whatever. Um, I was Jesus. I was in my 40s still wearing tidy whities. I don't wear tidy whities no more. But I was in my 40s still wearing tidy whities. You know, it. I never fully had the chance to grow up. And normally, hey, good morning, Tamika. Normally, that is the progression from teenage to 21. That's when you have that chance to grow up. I didn't have it. I like bypassed all that. And it's funny. I know that God is seeing. Okay, I got to step in. He's not progressing to the next level. He's not. He's he's making bad choices. He's making poor choices. He's screwing up more than the normal screw up that I know he is. So I have to take all this stuff out to make him stronger. It's funny, and I'm gonna use this as an analogy. A lot of times you got to put for a blade or a sword or an axe to get stronger. You have to put it through the fire, and then you have to shock it by putting it in the cold. So you have to put it through, you know, a means of destruction for it to harden up. And sometimes that has to happen to us in real life, in real time, in real contentions. Sometimes we have to be, you know, sometimes because of our decisions, God has to come in and do a reset. A lot of times we don't realize he's doing a reset, and woe is me, and why is this happening? And because like I said, I tell the story. That's what was happening. God decided it was time for a reset in my life. And, you know, I, as a young man and as a teenager and as a kid, I normally stayed to myself. I didn't trust anybody because as an empath, I was fighting with these emotions that I couldn't control. But a lot of times I drank heavily to numb the pain because it's very painful. And my wife still doesn't believe me till this day. And I've given up trying to explain it to her. Uh, but I've gotten a better handle on it. But I've got a long way to go. I really need to get some books on it. But I'm trying to I could do it by myself. But a lot of times you have to be broken down for you to be rebuilt. I'm saying my age, but you know, like they talk about the $6 million man. That was a TV show in the '70s where we can rebuild him, make him stronger and faster, and all this other stuff. The military believes in that. They will take you in the boot camp and break you down to a to nothing, and then build you back up to a fighting machine. People don't realize even if you go in as a cook, they're training you to kill. You're getting trained to kill. You're getting trained to obey orders. You're getting trained to do your job. That's why they get military recruits at such a young age, such a trainable age. You know, it's part of it's part of the life. It's part of it's part of growing. It's part of doing. And see, this is the thing. When my father, um, he wasn't around because he worked all the time. My mother worked all the time. So, I was, left to my older brothers and sisters. And I had no figure that could come in and teach me, hey, man, you got to do this. Hey, no, don't do that. Hey, this, hey, that. My older brothers hated me. We were like the dysfunctional Brady Bunch, a mixed, big time mixed family. My older brothers and sisters hated me because I was the youngest. Why, I have no idea, but it messed me up so bad in the head that I'm still reeling from that. And, I told my wife, look, you're my family now. Screw the rest of them. And, but that's another story. But in the military, they break you down to, a snivering, wimpy, whatever, and then build you back up to be, like like the song says, be all that you can be. They break you down and build you back up. And a lot of times for you and I to get down and really change, we've got to undo so many years of uh, some people won't say that's not bad. That's not. Sometimes you got to break. You have to destroy so many years of bad thinking, bad habits, bad experiences. It's funny. I was never taught about credit. I got to the point. I know this sounds stupid as heck that I could just get a credit card and use it up and pay it if I can. If not, F them. And not, well, they're just gonna have to. I don't have it. I can't pay it. I'm not gonna make out a deal. I'm not gonna get another job. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. Um, I need to have some money in my pockets. Forget pay all the bills. I need to have a couple, $100, at least 100 in my pocket so I can eat. You know, these are bad habits that needed to be destroyed. These are bad ways of thinking that needed to be uh, brought under control. You know, I hear it in a lot. I haven't heard it lately. All men are cheaters. I love hearing that one. And like I said, I heard it the other day. All men are, if all men are cheaters, why and why is 90% of the men that go on Maury Povich not the father, or 50% of the men that go into court for um, the fraternity court? 50% of them are not the father, and then you see how bad they're crying, and. So we need to destroy this notion that black men and men are so screwed up. That's that's like the what is that's like the 2024 version of the Willie Lynch papers, or whatever, that those papers that guys, how to treat and how to keep a slave a slave. And the best way to break up a black family is to break them up and change the roles. Now, we can't change the past. Most women, and I'm not attacking y'all, but a lot of y'all, you see a lot of, well, I got I got this degree and that degree, and and they're all big. And what happens is they get beat on, trampled on, and the whole 9 yards. They want the rough. I want the thug, and the thug treats them like crap, and they get tired, and each time they go back to school and get another degree. And now I'm better than you. You know, I'm better than you, so I make more money than you, so I need to run the house. My wife makes more money than me, but I'm the leader of the household. But I don't hold that title. I'm like, hey, babe, because I'm on the road. She handles most of the business. I know that's different, and it works for in our household, but it does. But she'll come to me. What do you want to do? Let's do this, and I go, I don't want to do that. But see, this is it's the negative thinking. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to get to the point that the destruction that I had to endure in my life. Yesterday's story started a construction of different thinking on my behalf. Now, my wife, love her to death, can be a pain in the butt, but she's my pain in the butt. Um, the fact of the matter is, I had to rethink. I was like, look, common sense is, look, I can't afford. There's a cruise I had to back out of a cruise next January because I'm running. The money is not right, and like the money's not right today. I have to go to the yard because I keep on getting this transmission fault. So I got to think about these things, and I started thinking, like, what, a wedding anniversary is coming up, babe. Can we wait on this because this, and this? And she got real quiet. And hey, I'm not saying I'm Einstein, but when it hits, it hits. It hit me later on. Hey, stupid, that means something to her. Change your way of, look. Let me remind you. You're always talking. This is the best thing that ever happened to you. If you're gonna go broke, you better go broke for her. So I said, okay. I waited, and then, you know, um, yesterday, I, I told her, I said, hey, because she wanted to go to Savannah, just for the day. It's the worst thing I hate. Y'all see what I do for a living? I'm driving. I don't want to drive nowhere when I get home on my off time. But she wants to go to Savannah. I said, okay. I said, look, babe, let's. Hey, good morning, Lois. She said, let's go to the. I said, let's go to Tybee Island, and let's go Saturday, spend the day in Savannah and Tybee Island, walk along the beach, get some exercise because she loves to walk. That's why I get that. Can't stop walking from. I said, let's go there, and we spend the night and then come back Sunday. Now, normally, look, y'all know me. I want to go home and do some yard work. I want to get some more. I wanted to go buy the horse manure place. Get me a load of horse manure, throw it on the back, get that going. But I have to remember. I have to remember my lane. I have to remember my place. And right now, I'm out of my lane. I need to get back in my lane. I said, okay. And she was like, well, I sent you the information. She booked the room and everything. She's all excited. And I understand. And this is what I'm saying. We get to this point This is what I want, and then that's all that okay. It's called compromise. It's called compromise. We have too many people that want to have it their way, and that's it. They want to have it their way, and that's it. You can't be in a good relationship if you don't know how to compromise. Now, I'm not talking compromise on everything, and I'm not talking compromise on 90%. At least 60-40 or 40 was, something. And this is why when I say the destruction comes before construction, is because over the years I've started building up some natural common sense to figure these things out. If y'all look at my, hey, morning, Dre. If y'all look at my thumbnail, that when we first was looking at our house, you couldn't get out of the car. It's in the summer, you could not get out the car. If you got out the car, you got lit up. Some bugs were biting you like it was no tomorrow. You could, oh my God, how you running? And that's when we first looked at the place. It was like, screw this. And then every other place we had looked at, it was so horrific. No, I mean, not horrific like that. But when we put a bid on it, it was already in under contract. That's how bad it was. But this house, I said, babe, let's look at that house again. I said, but this time let's put some off, spray each other down with off, and then go look at it. And she looked and she fell in love. But this house had so many problems. The erosion, the front lawn was gone. There was a crater in the front lawn. There was a valley in the back from erosion, from all the rain and all that stuff. There, you could see if you look at the thumbnail, it looked like a jungle on the fence, and it just was a hot mess. And I remember when we first moved in, compared to what the garage looks like now. All the stuff and all the equipment that I bought. Um, and the fact is that I had to come in. She had an old lawnmower, and I literally had to get that lawnmower out there, and didn't matter what I hit, I just kept on cutting and cutting and cutting. And I mean, it took me hours, and I was 300 plus at that point, and I was out of breath and didn't know the secret of having a beer or two but I got in there and I just started tearing into that yard. And Mickey, the guy behind me, felt bad, and he paid somebody to get all those vines off the fence, and that poor fence is decimated, but the man wants that type of fence. That's another story. Um, but I realized that overhanging, and this is for you guys that have yards. If you have overhanging vines and you got a big bug problem, the gnats and the mosquitoes, they hide under those overhanging like branches and vines and ledges. They hide under there. So if you can get rid of that overgrowth, they'll be gone. And when I did that, and I noticed one day, and I forgot to spray, and came out there to look, try to fix this, try to fix that, and I was like, wait a minute, it's all gone. And I figured, and I learned that, and I started Googling it, and I started, oh, okay. So when I started cleaning up the yard and started, cutting all the time and keeping the grass low and throwing, they have like, it's granules of stuff that you put out on the lawn that kills all those eggs that these bugs plant. We still have a fly problem. I don't know where they come every year, but I put out traps for them. But then I slowly started figuring out because one day I was home while it was raining really bad, and I looked in the backyard and I was like, "Oh my God!" It was like a river, and it was coming from my neighbor's yard down my driveway through my backyard. And I said, "No one." So that's why there's a valley. That's why it's lopsided. That's why the roots are showing on the big tree. And I slowly started to look for cheap ways to fill stuff up. I see, I got the mulch. I threw that down there, and I was killing myself. And then I got the found the horse manure, threw that down there, and then I finally said it was like $200. I had it's if you go back in my videos, you see it, and I wrote trying to get it done before the wife gets home, and I had 4 days to move 18 tons of dirt. And all I did was move it into those valleys and fill it up. And and what I'm saying is, when you got destruction, even worldly destruction, you can come back with the construction to rebuild. You know, I would love to have just the weekends off and I could do a little bit at a time, but I don't. I don't. But it also helps me because I actually love doing it. I love the satisfaction. I love the satisfaction of um, making it look like something, making my yard look like something. I could, guys, I could have, my yard could be green right now, but I'm tired of it dying off in June. I'm going to, like I'm plugging and I'm doing all this stuff. But see, the thing about that is, and I read up on it when I tell you guys that I am an empath, an emotional empath. I find peace when I'm outside. It calms my nerves. That's why I can be out there for so many hours and don't get upset and do. And I realize, wow, so I might as well get some work done while I'm doing it. And a lot of times, I'll just be sitting out there in like, the light from the garage. My wife will bring my dinner out there to me, and but I'm rebuilding. I'm rebuilding years of pain. I'm rebuilding years of low self-esteem, years of self-doubt, years of poor decision making, years of bad choices, years of choosing the wrong individuals in my life. You know, everybody say well, you can't help who you're attracted to. I'm attracted to the thug, and you can have thug, a thug woman, a woman with some spunk, and you always hear that. I need a man who can control me. Well, no, not control me. I need a man who can handle me. What the hell are you, a animal or something? Are we in a zoo? Why do I need to handle you? But guess what? You are so used to being used and abused. You're so used to being trotted on and treated like shit. It's like the Munchausen said. You're in love with your oppressor. You're so used to being treated like crap. So when a nice person, a nice guy, a nice woman comes along, you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to handle it. And the thing is, I seen that in a video. It's I forgot what it's on TikTok all the time, and The woman gets up there and says, "I'm more manly than my man," and that is so obnoxiously stupid. I'm going to tell you his response, and I'm going to give my response. And the guy says, you know, a man needs to have a place where he can trust and release his feelings. And we all know it ain't with no daggone woman. That's why I say the man needs it. We don't got it. Because if I start getting that soft and that weak in front of you, or what, you're weak and I don't respect you and blah 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 blah. But you don't understand, when a man loves a woman, and when a man truly loves a woman, he'll take everybody out that tries to hurt her. Even a nice man, even a good man. And see, the thing is, we've been told what a man is supposed to be from women, because we were brought up by our mothers, and the mothers don't know. You don't have a pair of nuts. You don't know what it means to be a man. Half the men don't know what it means to be a man. I spend every waking moment, every waking hour trying to figure out what it is for me to be the man that I need to be. So to have you tell me that this is what a man needs to be, because I remember I had past relations. A real man would do this, real man. And I remember saying, what the hell, what the F do you know about a real man? And see, this is what we need to break down. We need to break down these thoughts. So we need to break down these attitudes. We need to have some destruction in our relationships to get this mindset out of our head, and teach each other how to care for each other and how to care about each other. Good morning, Wellness Fugamon. We need to teach each other how to care about each other and stop worrying about who's going to do what. Because look at this. Well, I'm more manly than my man. Okay, well then tell it. Most men, if they love you, they gonna listen to you. If you're gonna teach them something, well, I need you to be like this. I need you to. Okay, why do you need me to be like that? I'm not that type of person. But honey, when you out in public, if you don't portray that, it shows a form of weakness. And then a man will realize, okay, I get what you're saying, but I'll apply it my way. I remember we was in Bermuda, and I didn't realize, because I've always talked about being an empath. But then it hit me hard when the last, not Bermuda, we was in the Bahamas. Not the last time we was in the Bahamas, it was before that. It's like they had a group meeting for all the people that worked there. Like, look, y'all need to calm yourself down, because a lot of the cruisers don't want to get off the boat, because you get accosted by these people. They get all in your face. And I remember, now Charles knows, when I go on a cruise, I need to see that ship. And if I can't see that ship, anxiety takes over, and I'm ready to fight. And I'm ready to fight to get back to the ship, because I'm so afraid of being left. So I told Norman when we got off the boat, look, let's walk around. I've never seen the place. Let's walk. And Charles and Sint was going on a whatever. And the guy came and he started, and I'm very quiet. Even though I'll be flapping off the gums on YouTube, I'm a very quiet person. And I'm starting to get nervous. There's a whole crowd. I'm starting to soak up this negative energy, and my heart is racing. And I started retreating into myself, and I started looking down, and I said, he had sold the package, the show, go out and drive around and show them the island. and they were going. I said, y'all have a good time. And he got in my face and he said, hey, but you look, hey, no, I'm good. I literally said, I'm good. And then he just kept on. And I said, I'm good. I'm trying to walk away. I'm good. Then I said, F bomb, I'm good. And see, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Even the nicest people, when you push them too far, you can bring out you can bring out the wrath of someone or whatever. And my, and the wife, you shouldn't, you were so disrespectful, blah, 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 blah. And I pulled her aside, and said, look, and I started explaining, you don't believe what I've been telling you, but I've been confiding in you that mess over there, it literally terrifies me. And it brings me, and I started soaking up all that negative energy, and I had to get away. Now you can F and be mad all the F you F and one. I'm throwing F bombs at her. Now we can walk down here and go shopping, or I can go buy my daggone self. But I told you, and you refused to believe me. And now I had to, and this is what I was saying when I say that story is when I say that story is the nice people are capable of anything. And when you push them far enough, it will come out. It will come out. And I've been working on that. The construction of that part of my life I've been working on. But see, what I'm saying, and then back to the story, is you have to destroy all of that negative stuff so that you can find the positive in your life. It's just like that guy on the video. I said it yesterday. The woman said, how do I know you love me? He said, because your poom poom is trash and I'm still here. And everybody thinks it's all about the sex. No. When a man is matured and he's not thinking about sex all the time, it's about a whole lot more. I need your back. I need your caring. I need your love. I need your support. I need you. We always talk about I want you. Look, needs and wants, both of them will eventually sometimes disappear. Let's say I'll say both. But if I get you to want and need me, and then sometimes you don't want me, but you need me, and then sometimes you need me, but you don't want me, it still keeps me in the picture. And then you appreciate me. See, that's why it comes back to, look, it takes me a while because I'm a little hard-headed. But again, the weekend when I'd rather be doing yard work, no, my wife needs to be made. I need to make sure she's happy. I mean, well, we could be going out to dinner and we could do this, and she's all excited. Okay, no problem, dear. Because if I'm gonna say this woman has changed my life, has caused the construction of my self-esteem to be stronger, the construction of my bad habits, that I watch her pay all her bills, and wait a minute, I need to pay bills. And, and guess what the positive reaction to paying bills do? Gives you 13 damn credit cards. I got too many credit cards. Got to get rid of them damn things. I just kept on applying after paying bills and being on time. I was just waiting to see somebody say no, and then they kept on not saying no. Now, I need to get better with my whatever so I can get a lower APR, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing when you start removing, because guess what? Well, guess what? If you sit there and say, think about it. Are you saying, hey, who's out here single? Well, I like them thugs. Okay, let me tell you how stupid that is. You know what a thug does? A thug sells drugs to people that start out as, it's a party thing, and then after that they get addicted to it and they don't give a flip. and they go down, and you keep selling it to these people that are willing to lick the crack of your booty hole to get another hit. Yeah, I said it. You keep selling to these people, and you don't care, and you bring down and you destroy lives by selling this addictive drug. And the onslaught of that is the drugs that you're selling come from these cartels that are killing people in other countries. Think about it. You don't care. Or the thug that I could go out and smash car windows and steal computers and bags and stuff out of people's cars. That's why everybody's oh, all the stores are leaving Oakland, California. I bet you if they gentrified that place, and everybody, like, oh, the white people are coming in, gentrification. If they gentrified that case, I bet you all that crap would stop. We worry about the wrong stuff, but you want you want this, you want the hard knock, whatever. That once he go to jail, he's gonna become somebody's girlfriend, and next thing you know, y'all are gender fluid or whatever, because he's gonna be raped by some guy that's in there for 20, 30 years. Don't think he ain't. That's why if they say you going to prison, Mr. Banks, nah, give me enough, give me enough time to fix this, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm not, you're not taking me alive, copper, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. We're joking and we're not serious about suicide. Suicide's not funny. But if I miss anybody, welcome in, welcome in. But do you guys see what I'm saying? You need to destroy those thoughts. Look. This is the best thing I ever did. I'm broke as a mother, but guess what? 60. I've got about $7,000 in stocks right now. I started in the middle of. I don't know. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, but I had to knock down. I had to destroy certain thoughts. Because I was thinking, well, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to build up my wealth? It's not big wealth. It's not large wealth. But you could go to, like, it was TD Ameritrade. They got bought out by another company. But you can also go to Chase. You can open up a regular bank account, a savings account with Chase, and they have a brokerage account. Said it before, say it again. I got one stock through Chase, not stock, but a brokerage account. I got $642 in there. That's not a lot to and many people, but guess what? I built it up over time with $20 every 2 weeks. I throw in there. I do $50 on my other one every month. The other one, I've got 6,000 shares, and they're like $16, right now. Some of them are 16. I have 100 shares of American Airline. I have 300 shares of 300 shares of Carnival Cruise Line. I have, a couple of shares of Kellogg's. I'm gonna start buying more Kellogg's. 'Cause guess what? I deliver for Kellogg. I'm nonstop. I need to start buying some Kellogg shares. They making their money, and I'm not. This is not a financial advice, but I'm just saying. I broke down and figured out something simple. When the economy turns back around the other way and things get back to normal, I'm gonna have about $30,000 worth of stock. So guess what? Until it gets back to normal, I said I'm gonna at least invest $50 a month on shares. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna at least invest $50. Well, Jesus, until it gets back in when Carnival gets back in the $50 range. That's when I'm gonna stop investing. See, it's the mindset that we have. Are you in survival mindset? Are you in living mindset? Are you in hateful mindset? Are you in self destruction mindset? Because we have some people that will when they in a good relationship destroy it on their own. It's like that old rap, self destruction, headed for self destruction. I see someone new in there. Who's that? Good morning, good morning. Welcome in. If you want to drop anybody want to drop their link, hashtag can't stop, no apostrophe. So you share out your thing. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, you have to literally. It's anybody, it's if you thanks, Mike, to change. If you're willing to change, you have to. It's just like this. With Bermuda grass, springtime coming, you have to cut that grass down to the bone for it to grow back right. I was scared to death. I got a video of it, but I had so much fun. I later sold that lawnmower. Now I'm like, I should have kept it. But it was just too much. And it cut that grass down to the bone. I was scared to death. But it came back. It came back strong, for at least some of it. But I had so much fun. It was whipping me around in the whole 9 yards. A lot of times you got to break down to the bone of your existence and start rebuilding. It's like the self help, just eating different. In the 50s, I think it was the 50s or 40s, they got out and told us that margarine was good for us. That Crisco oil that comes in a can that's hard as white. Do you know that originally? Someone said that originally was the grease that would grease airplane parts, and they lobbied to make sure that to let you know that butter and like fats like olive oil, avocado oil, olive oil and avocado oil are bad for you, and lard is bad for you. But guess what? It's not. I'm telling you, I was my cholesterol level was through the roof, and I'm a prime example. I went full tilt boogie on the keto. Butter. I was drinking olive oil. I was taking shots of olive oil and drinking it. And guess what happened? 2 months later, I was off the high cholesterol. My cholesterol was in the right areas, right levels. In real Italian restaurants, they will give you a plate of olive oil, like a little small bowl of olive oil, and put crushed red peppers in it, and give you bread, and you dip the bread in the olive oil and eat it. Think about it. I sat there, and I am literally a compulsive eater. I'm a compulsive eater. I'm an emotional eater, And I eat when I'm bored. So instead of me looking for potato chips and junk food and stuff like that, I made some hamburgers. Then I started getting bored. Make some more hamburgers, and I started getting bored. And I had some turkey meat, and I ate that. I'm not telling you to do what I do, but I'm just telling you that I changed my thought process. And guess what? I didn't have to take. Normally, when I start eating foolishness, I have to take 4 antacid pills in the beginning of the night and in the middle of the night and when I wake up. Didn't have to take nothing last night. And I was laying on my stomach, just rolling around and dreaming and having a good old time. We have to destroy. We have to cause destruction to the negative mindset that we have on life, on relationships, on inner turmoil, you know, um, you know, inner turmoil, and all of us have some hidden pain that you don't realize that you shove so far down that every once in a while it comes up. We have to destroy that and rebuild. Life's too short, guys. It's time to be happy. It's time to be happy. It's being happy is possible. Scary thought, ain't it? Being happy is possible. You just gotta want it. Because if you've been through what I've been through, you earned it. It's a part of you. It's a part of the situation. It's like right now I got a plan. I'm getting a good amount of money back in my taxes. Um, when next time I go home, I'm gonna dump the rest of those. I'm paying for 2 rooms. I'm for June, the carnival in June, and I'm putting it out there. You guys get my email. My email is in my info on my thing. If you want to be part of I'm going to be doing an experiment. This experiment is going to be in for the future of my memberships. It's going to be one of the things in the membership. I'm going to take 10 ducks. If you send me your QR code, I'm going to shrink it down to put it on the label that comes on these ducks that I bought. Send it to me. Send me your QR code in my email, and I'll put you. I will hide 10 ducks with your QR code and ask them to check out your page. Check out your YouTube page. I think this is a real good idea. I finally figured out how to shrink my QR code. Now I need to get on my wife's computer and put a whole bunch of them on one page so I can cut them up and tape them onto the card. And what I must say is this: you found this duck. This duck has been sponsored by such and such page. When you get off the boat, please visit them and let them know that you found their duck. I think that's going to be a cool thing because I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna be doing this with my son. Me and him big babies anyway. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do this, and I think it'll be real fun. So if you all want to be a part of this, send me an email and say just just let me know, and I'll put you on there, and I'll even send you I'll do a video on your ducks and set them up. You see what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a cool idea. And then I'm gonna be putting them in obvious places so they can be found. I'm not gonna put them in places that nobody's gonna find them. You know what I mean? But we're gonna have fun with that. And see, this is the thing. I've been in for so many years, and yeah, and like these lives are a reflection of stuff that I've been through. I'm good right now so far, but it's a reminder of how far I've come and how I'm finding new things to have fun with. And this is the new thing that I'm gonna have fun with. I've got 3 bags of ducks, and I want to order another bag. I'm gonna order another bag and give that one to Charles. Cause so we might start I'll just give him just a few, like it depends on how many he wants to do, and we might start it earlier because he's going on to Venetia in March. So just let me know, and this is going to be one of the future things once we hit the membership level. You know what I mean? That how many we'll figure out how many ducks on the next cruise. Come on, I ain't stop cruising. We're not going to stop cruising. We're going to be doing this, but we just have to be strategic about it. We got to book the cruises out. Charles and them was going on so many things, man. It kind of, I want to go, and Norma was like, I want to go, and then we started. Now the money's a little not, the money's tight, so now we got to get the money a little bit loose again, so we can start having fun again. No, we're gonna still have fun, but you know, I just want to make sure that it's under control. That's all I'm saying. Hopefully, I'll be back to walking again today. I don't like to walk around. I, I spent the night in a very secure spot, and that was in at the Scale House in Florida. uh, I don't like to walk around. I don't want to be obvious. Like, hey, what is he doing? Let's go inspect his truck. No, 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 we ain't doing that. But that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. But I found fun in looking for a duck. So if I found fun in looking for a duck, how much fun can I have fun um, hiding them and having a martini or whatever, and walking around and with my son, and like we're Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun. Look and see if anybody looking. Hey, put one in the corner right there. Dun, 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 and just have fun doing it. You only live once. If that's what I call fun, and everybody want to laugh at me, hey, that's on y'all. But I'm gonna have fun doing it, and then I'm gonna have fun help growing other channels and help growing my own channels, because I'm gonna be doing it on my channel too. You know what I mean? And again, I'm going to be getting some stuff laminated, some cruise pictures and stuff, and John Deere pictures and stuff like that, and put it on my wall, my door, and I'm gonna decorate both doors, since I'm paying for both these damn rooms. Decorate both doors, and we're gonna have fun and enjoy ourselves. And again, because of that destruction some 9 years ago, the construction, I learned to have fun, learn to travel, and learn to appreciate life and love and family and friends. I hope it might have been entertainment. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it helped someone. I hope, I was all over the place, but that's what we do around here. That's what we do and say around here. Hey guys, check out Wellness with Frugal Mama. She's next. She's coming up next. Y'all need to get that tonnage off of you, because the summer's coming. Want to have that summer bod? You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, Drop over and say hello, and help out. And as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, I know that I love you. I really do care about you guys, and know that God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day. See you tomorrow.